Deep in the outback of Australia, there lies a man, a myth, and a living legend. A successor to one of the world's finest gins, the Crocodile Dundee. Esteemed guests and honourable members of the National Geographic Society, it is my honour, and today is a very monumentous day, as I, the second Crocodile Dundee, number 2, have finished my research on a population that parallels none other. I've gone undercover as the Rayyan brand, many of you guys are familiar with. I have risked my life, exposed my beautiful bodily features, my hair, my arms, my face, to this Appleby population of raging hormones, prepubescent people and girls. Like, how could I do that? I've learned the sport of basketball and left my arms and legs uncovered to big, hairy men. Lastly, I've sacrificed countless hours of sleep in order to prepare and get ready for this, to prepare a 1-hour segment on Appleby College, done 100% by me. In order to maintain my cover over the last 6 years, it was imperative that I look the part. My Gucci camping clothes had to regrettably be hung up, and there were definitely no Dolce & Gabbana belts, hello. I transformed my coiffed hair by Paul Mitchell into the standard middle school mushroom cut. An extensive weight gain had to happen. I put on 50 pounds. I sported the XXL Appleby dress shirt, the Appleby necktie, tight grey slacks that held in the turkeys I called my legs, and I wore a blazer that contained all the excess weight, if you know what I mean. I sat in the dining hall in solitude and I sulked, and I watched and watched and watched all these populations. I noticed the middle school, I'd watch them look around, all sweet kids here. Anyways, I see their braces and the lanyards. I watched the upper school and I noticed only the shortest Lululemon shorts were appropriate, and if not, a kilt approximately 2 feet above the knee. So just as they proceed up those Rayyan Massey Library stairs, a full view is ready for all the teachers and students. Lastly, the senior school ranged from the improv Billy Cooper all the way to the David Heat. Oh my God! As he proceeded through the hallways with those brown shoes, Miss Blake, that non-crested Appleby blazer, and that Gucci necktie, teachers would stop and stare. They didn't know what to say. Lastly, one trend that was common among all Appleby students was a respiratory device, also known as the BlackBerry. Some serious symptoms of this BlackBerry disorder came about to my mind. For example, TAFDS syndrome, also known as texting and falling downstairs syndrome. Next, TWIW syndrome, also known as texting and walking in the wall syndrome. Trying to remove this from someone's hand was next to impossible. Studying the tendencies of these strange populations boggled the mind, and the more I got to know these people, the worse it became. For example, the Jokerus Vertimus, or the Hockey Boys. As I watched this population, they showed animalistic characteristics as they bathed together. I proceeded to watch them more, and they seemed to have some kind of mating call. Hey, buddy! Yeah, Chico! Similar to the rat-bellied bullfrog in the Humuhumanua Tiki Tiki mountain ranges in Australia. During their wheeling or mating season, it seemed as if the females had gotten it down to a T. They'd walk up to the guys after the game and look at them and say, "Oh my God, that was such a good game." The guys would look at them, hands smell like a donkey's rear end, hair pulled back, all sweaty, and say, "Yeah, I know, babe, it was really good." They looked back at them with such disgust. Bad tactics, you know. The females at Appleby College, well, they're a different type. Hours and hours and hours of preparation before every night, before they went out to their social events, right, Zoolander? They apply the finest makeup, concealer, blush, lipstick, lip this and lip that, hairspray, hair wax, everything. Dolce & Gabbana clothes would cover their body, and none of this would be remembered if it wasn't for the Queen Bee. Every day, they would go outside their house, the queen bee would demonstrate her leadership capabilities and orchestrate a 1-hour photography session. Now I said to the left, now to the right, look back, hair flick, you're a tiger, you're a tiger. Well, you listen up, Queen Bee. You listen up, Queen Bee. When I was deep in Mount Vesuvius, ready to erupt, and there was a white Siberian staring me right in the face, the last thing I'm gonna do is stop and do a hair flick. Studies show that erratic behavior at Appleby College is related to their containment and their natural habitats. Confined to 4 specific zoos, I guess you could say. Collie, Poles, Walker, and Bailey. And Poles. Right, Mr. Massey. The zookeepers would patrol the floors and ensure that all respiration devices were stowed safely on the tables beside them, and all social networking and gaming capabilities were cut. The nerdiness Maximus lay quietly in the bed playing World of Warcraft and Age of Empires, as the careless Maximus lay in their beds and tweeted, and tweeted, and tweeted. This tweeting, or Twitter, seemed to cause serious insanity among these people. In combination with excess money dioxide, Ferrari fumes, and Chanel No. 5, which wafted in the air all the way from Eastern Oakville, when inhaled, you don't even want to know. Honourable members of society, it is my ardent passion to speak about topics like this. It is my ardent passion to sit in front of you today and propose to you something so great. My 1-hour segment on the National Geographic Channel will reinvent the way people see and view this society. Lastly, I'm going to leave you in the words of my predecessor, one of the greatest men in the world, not Chuck Norris, ladies and gentlemen, the real Crocodile Dundee. It is 7:31. 31.47 wombats have been wounded during this speech, and I am a proud Australian. A very, very proud Australian. Thank you very much.